G'day, my name is Lukey, and I'm a Streamaholic.
And hello, I'm the Warship, and I'm a Streamaholic, and welcome to Streamaholics, episode 35. There we go. How you doing there, Lukey? Welcome in as always. It's real nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, mate. Hopefully you're feeling much better this week, and we can
much better.
have some good chats. It's good to see you, mate. You're looking lots better.
I feel heaps better, mate.
Yeah.
I feel so much legitimately better this week. Like, with obviously having like the big old spicy flu last week, it was a rough time. I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my life. And obviously, you know, compared to everybody else, I was the sickest that anyone has literally ever been in the whole world, just for that time. So now that it's gone and we're over it, I'm feeling really good. I've started to play like Fortnite for some weird reason in my illness.
Wow.
And now I like it, and it's really weird. So all of my shit talking that I've been doing for ages is out the window, and I just kind of enjoy it. So
you're doing that low energy streamer.
No!
Low energy streamer shit.
No, I'm not. It's amazing because I look at it now. Now I've got even more fuel for the fire because I sit there and everybody who sits there like, I just plays the game, and I'm like, bruh, how do you do that? How do you do that and not talk? It makes no sense. Like. But yeah, so I'm even more heels dug in now on that whole concept of low energy streamers because they don't make sense to me because y'all should be able to talk. It ain't that fucking hard, just talk. Like it really isn't. So, but yeah, no, I'm real good. Other than that, like it's been a bit of a time. I've been super sick and I've got a standing desk now, which is legitimately the coolest thing ever. It will allow for so much more maneuverability and flexibility and all that kind of stuff when it comes to my content, and I'm real pumped, real excited to be making some good shit.
I don't know whether it's the getting over the sickness or the maybe the standing desk or maybe a bit of both, but you're like a kid in a candy shop over there, mate. It's good to see.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here pushing the button, go whoop whoop whoop. Oh no, that's the best. But yeah, no, I'm just really re-energized, and look, it's been a little while where I haven't had that energy necessarily because, you know, for one reason or another, everybody knows that streaming has been kind of in a shit spot lately. Like, unless you are in the, because apparently I'm like the top like half of a percent of people on the platform. Unless you are in that top half again, you're kind of, oh shit, that was wrong. You're kind of in a weird spot. You're kind of in a spot where, like, you know, maybe your streams aren't doing as well as they used to do. Or maybe they are, but you really have to work stupid hard for it. As opposed to just kind of, you know, doing your thing. And you show up and people have fun and it's all good because you can still do that and get nowhere. So, yeah, it's been a real weird time. But I don't know, there's something about this week, man. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling like I wish this was the start of the week rather than the end of the week because fuck it, I might stream on the weekend, you know, I'm feeling
about
good.
To run through a fucking wall, like I'm a bit worried about my bricks back here. Like,
yep. I'm coming for them. I'm coming for them bricks, but no, it's good.
This is good energy. I love it.
It's real good,
mate. This is the type of energy that everyone needs to have if they want to make it in content creation, and I'm seeing it in your eyes right now, mate.
Yep.
Take over the world. Let's take over the world.
Haven't even done any cocaine. Not even any at all. Everyone always talks about nose beers. It's just regular beers here. That's all there is. It's okay.
The colouring of the street. Whoa.
I didn't do that. It's fine. No, hey, look, I got it all. It's all right.
All right. What are we going to talk about? We've got so many things on the list, Shippy. For those listeners at home listening to us on audio platforms now, they want us to get into the meat. They do. The juicy stories and the opinions and the chats. What are we going to talk about? Today's
an interesting one because we've got some real cool topics. I know you touched on it on a Reddit conversation that you wanted to go over. So we probably will start there. But the real big one is the one I'm super interested in. The next subject, ooh, baby, the whole Instagram thing. Oh, man, you want to know more about it, you have to wait because, yeah, that's going to be a good one. So why don't you tell us, run me through this Reddit thing, because you said, Shippy, I want you to react to this. So I'm going to sit here and angrily eat pulled pork while you talk to me about it.
No worries. I've been scouring Reddit for some little bits of topics for us to talk about here on the show, because, as you know, we've been going for over 12 months.
Oh, yeah.
You know, over 12 months worth of content and discussions each week, and I find us talking about the same things, kind of not the same things every single week, but we sort of touch on similar things all the time. So I'm searching for new topics and discussion, and that's where chat and the Discords are going to probably help us out a little bit too in the future weeks. But so I found this on Discord, and it was just a little comment that kind of spoke to me, and I thought, you know, I've got thoughts about this thing, and I wonder if Shippy does too. And I said that knowing that Shippy will have thoughts about this thing. So the title of this post, and I haven't cropped the person's name in there, so I don't know who it was, but they said the way small content creators are being treated is horrible. Their opinion. I've started streaming around April, and almost 3 months later, I am at 102 followers. I don't play saturated games, and most of my last streams have been in the retro category because I'm playing through Zelda games. That last paragraph I probably could have skipped. There is literally zero traffic within my streams. Tops 1 to 2 viewers, even though I put my heart and soul into commentary and content. After trying to find out what the problem could be, I started analysing other huge Twitch channels in my region. Literally no commentary, boring gameplay and nothing new. Just a stone stare into their monitor. Not even a reaction when they get a sub or a donation, zero effort. Big bucks because they were pushed by some other big streamer. Meanwhile, there are hundreds of lovely content creators who put a shit ton of work into their streams, and Twitch does nothing for them. I personally by now see streaming as a huge waste of time. Rather use my time to make content on another platform. There's a few different things there, but yeah, there's a few different things there that they've mentioned. And anything there sort of pique your interest there, Shippy, that you want to get started on?
Oh my god, all of it, legitimately. So the big thing straight off the bat is just imagine it. Imagine you get on Twitch and you don't instantly become the most famous person on the platform. Isn't that crazy? Like,
I know, right?
We've had this conversation 100 times, yeah? And I know we do because I always talk about myself because that's my favorite subject in the world, apparently. Not really, but it seems to be that way when we talk here. But look, I'm lucky, yeah? I was in a real good spot. When we started, it was just the right flavors in the pot at the right time. There's nothing else to it. I didn't have a hand up. No one gave me a no at all to get me where I am. It's legitimately, it was just the right place at the right time. Now, that's not the average thing. That's not the norm. Nobody that I know at all, nobody I know has done the same thing in the 2 years I've been streaming. Like, I've had friends come in who have been like, oh man, you do the streaming thing? Hey, can you teach me about it? And I'm like, hell yeah, baby, let's go. We'll get another person in. And like 2 months later, they're gone. They're done because they didn't do it. Because they're like, well, I'm playing COD to 4 people. Fuck this for a joke. I'll quit. Like, and that was we're playing Rocket League to nobody. How come no one wants to be here? And it's like, bro, I have no answers for you here. I can't tell you what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong, right? I can't do that. But these people have left the platform, like legitimately just gone because they came in and they thought they could do exactly the same thing that I did. And when it didn't work, they cracked the shits. So looking at this person here, first things first, full credit, yeah? Full credit, you're stuck to it. You're 3 months in, you haven't quit yet. Maybe you are here. Maybe this is a goodbye post. But so far, you haven't quit yet.
Sounds like it.
Like, look, I don't play saturated games, and most of my streams have been in the retro category because I'm playing through Zelda. I played Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I played it to like 40 people. Like, and that wasn't even in one of the bigger booms of my stream. I played it to 70 people later on. I played to 150 people a couple of streams as well. There's no difference here. We are no different. Let me ask you, what's your setup look like? Do you have a good camera? Do you have fucking a fan blowing in the side of the fucking microphone going, oh.
You broke it.
I muted myself. I'm like, but the thing is though, is that what's going on? Like, Like, there are so many variables to what you do. Like, do you have shit overlays? Do you stream at asshole o'clock when nobody cares? Like, there are so many variables that you may not even be taking into account here. Like, but you go, oh no, it fucking sucks. You know, it's Twitch that sucks. It's not me who streams at 1 in the afternoon to nobody because everyone's at fucking work. No, it's not. No, it's Twitch. It's not me who doesn't even have a camera, and it's not because I don't want to be in front of people. It's because I don't have a camera. Like, no, hell no, fuck no. It's Twitch. It's Twitch who's fucking wrong. Like, there's got to be a point where you have to take accountability for your streams, because too many people I know get in here, put fucking zero effort into the content creation process at all, and expect to be even close to even somewhere as low as my level, you know? Like not even saying further. Because this person here sounds like they want to be XQC tomorrow and they haven't been able to do it yet, you know? And, like, that's fucking stupid. Like, real stupid. Because they're talking about those people who sit there and, oh, we got a sub? Oh, man, where's the guy? Oh, he's on the hill? Oh, yeah, fuck, I'll get him. Oh, he's hurt. Like, those people, the ones who do not give a fucking flying fuck when you subscribe. Like, that's who you're talking about. You're talking about your J-Slate, you're talking about your XQC, you're talking about your Amaranth, you're talking about your Pokimane, who also just took a break. That's not on the topics for today, but she took a huge break. It's indefinite. Like,
oh, I didn't realize that, though. Maybe I should have put that on the rundown.
But what do you want? What do you want from it? You want to be one of those streamers straight off the bat? You can't be, because they did something definable in their early career that allows them to now do this. Whether it was win some bullshit competition, whether it was some massive charity event, whatever it was, maybe a TikTok blew up, for fuck's sake. Who knows? Whatever it was, they had a definable moment that gave them the next level. I'm looking for the next level. For where I am, I'm looking for the thing that's important and special about me, because right now I'm just some fuckhead who streams in a really cool room with a really cool standing desk. That's all I am right now. But even I'm looking for that next level. So y'all aren't doing it if you're sitting here playing fucking A Link to the Past in front of 2 people and complaining about it on fucking Reddit. Like that's not how that works. I know I'm getting into a bit of a shippy rants territory here, Lukey, and I apologize, but like, it's,
I don't have that buzzer set up yet. That's carry on.
Like you see, they say here they're just stone staring into the monitor, not even a reaction when they get a sub or donation. Again, they earned that via whatever thing they've done in the past. Like, and look, there are hundreds of lovely content creators. I'm one, you know, you're one. There are plenty of people who put work into everything they do. You have a costume, for fuck's sake. Like, you know, if you think streaming is a huge waste of time because you're not fucking Amaranth now, after streaming for 3 months with 102 followers, then maybe it is a big fucking waste of time, and maybe you should go somewhere else. Try something else. Do something different. Do anything but what you're doing. Because if you're 3 months in and you still have 102 followers, you're doing something fucking wrong. Like, whether it's your setup, whether it's your lighting, whether it's your sound, whether it's the games you play, whether it's your fucking horrible, based on this conversation, fucking attitude. It could be any of these things. Fix it. Don't be shit and fix it. Thoughts, Lukey?
All right. How long have we got? I think we've got about 5 minutes left for the show. No, I'm glad that you took. I mean, maybe it doesn't make for any interesting conversations, but I'm glad that you took the "it's not Twitch's problem" route with this, because that's exactly what I thought when I read this. Because the thing that I read at the bottom here, meanwhile, there's hundreds of lovely content creators put a shit ton of work in their streams, and Twitch does nothing for them. See, I usually on this show shit on Twitch and say go elsewhere, go try out the smaller platforms. Like, Twitch is just too hard right now, and it does nothing to help grow smaller streamers. That's usually what I'd say. But I know what Twitch is. I know what the other platforms are, all still super saturated too. But the idea that Twitch does nothing for them, what they only provide you a free platform to give you a chance at creating something in the industry where like everyone wants to be the next XQC, Ninja, whatever. I want to play video games and earn millions of dollars. And like you said, this person hasn't worked out in 3 months. They've only got 102 followers, which, by the way, you know, you've got 102 followers, 102 people that didn't know you 3 months ago, right? So it's small gains here, and they're not even seeing that positive out of it. Yeah. 1 or 2 viewers. Okay. You know, what are you doing? Like, to think that Twitch needs to do anything for you. I mean, we've talked about how they could be better in discoverability, using clips as a discoverable tool on the platform, yada yada yada. You know, whatever. They don't have it, but there's 9 million other people on Twitch or whatever the number is that also don't have it. What are you doing differently to those other people that's going to get you seen when you know the people that you're watching, these big streamers, they were like number 1,000 to come along, number 5,000 to come along, number 20,000 to come along. Even your number 9,000,001. There's already 9 million people on the platform, so you can't just expect that people are going to rock up. The longer that we're going, the further and further we're going along, and the older and older Twitch gets, the fucking harder it gets to be seen, unless you're doing something else other than pressing go live. Because if all you're doing is pressing go live and expecting people to rock up, how does anybody know that you've even pressed go live? Oh, you sent the tweet out. What are you doing on Twitter to garner an audience in the first place? If you're doing nothing special and unique on Twitter to grow, then telling people that on Twitter that you've gone live as well is also going to do nothing. So what are you doing on YouTube? Oh, I don't have a YouTube channel, or I've got a YouTube channel, but I'm just posting highlights. Like, everyone posts highlights. What unique thing are you bringing to any other platform that has better discoverability to Twitch to bring them over to Twitch? Like, nobody knows you've pressed go live, so you can't be upset that no one turned up.
And look, it's possible to do it, but it's not likely.
No, it's very, very hard. Like, Devin Nash always talks about the fact that, like, everyone, like, there's real, he stands by the fact that, like, almost nobody has sort of reached the top 0.01% that wasn't there like 7 or 8 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, he literally thinks that nobody, and he's an agent for all those top streamers, and if you look at all of those 0.01%, you can't, it's very, very hard to find somebody that enters that group that wasn't there like a long time ago. Like, Ludwig came along and was one of these people, and then he's left to go to YouTube. But how did he get big on Twitch? It wasn't the subathons. That's what made him like massive. But what made him sort of decent or big enough on Twitch to be able to succeed with the subathons was over a 12-month period. He had a really strategic attempt at a YouTube channel, and strategically done videos on YouTube which were popular, and that's where he got his popularity from, and was able to convert that to Twitch views. So, you know, do something like Ludwig did. Not what Ludwig did, but, you know, something unique that you can find to grow elsewhere before you come over to Twitch and press go live and expect anyone's going to rock up. And welcome to episode 35.
There is something wrong with that button, I swear to God. Every time I try to transition out of there, the first time it does it. We need to figure out a way for it to do it by itself and turn it off. I'm sorry. Cut that. Please. But yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. Like looking at Ludwig, the example of Ludwig for one is a huge one, because Ludwig, obviously, yes, the stream, the subathon, that was a huge thing. If you look at his content is like baity, all of it. Every single video is like, this Twitch streamer said I couldn't beat this game, or, you know, this person said I couldn't do something. It's always something about someone who couldn't do something for them. And like that just brings you in right off the bat. And it was a really successful thing. The whole thing, every single video on there, I watch them every time. I see boys, like, it's good. I really get into the content. But like, man, like that's a strategy, and you need one of those. That's why you need a team behind you. And I will swear black and blue that you need to have like a good moderation team at you as well. You need to have a good a team of people who are in the content creation world with you there as well. You know, not necessarily other streamers, but people in your mod team, people around your community who can help you like actualize those fucking things, because otherwise it's really hard to do it by yourself. Like, it's really hard to do it by yourself. So having like a good network of people there is huge. And that's the last point on these people that I'll bring up. This one Reddit here is this fucking people who like, they expect everything, but they don't go anywhere or do anything about it. So like, you know, when I first started, I networked a lot. I still do a lot. I go into other people's streams who I haven't seen for a while. Hey man, how you doing? What's going on? How your streams been? Hubla, 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 hubla. And then I'll see them later in my streams, because that's what you do. You know, you don't always have to do it, but I would bet you dollars to fucking donuts that this person's never in anyone else's stream. I will bet you dollars that that person literally spends all their time in maybe one bigger streamer than them, and that's all they do. And then they complain about, how come I'm not like this person? Imagine it's my channel, right? They're like, okay, so Shippy's got 70 people in his stream tonight. How come I don't have that? And then he's like, well, you know what? Fuck Shippy. I'm not going to fucking Shippy stream anymore. I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to fuck Twitch. I'm going to quit Twitch. I'm going to shove fucking rocks up my bum. That's going to be my new job. Like there's literally, I can see it happening. It is a constant fucking cycle of how it works here. So, yeah, look, I think we're on the ball here. I think we're absolutely on the ball when it comes to all this. And
last week we talked about I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. We talked about whether it was last week. Is the boom of Twitch over? And I talked about how in the 4 years I've been here, you see a whole bunch of people come and they go and they come and they go because of, you know, how hard it is to crack it in this industry. Chat was talking about them being like a musician scenario earlier. Like, how many people are there out there that are creating music and busking on street corners and writing music and uploading it somewhere, and compared to how many people actually make it to being standing on stage and playing for 5, 10 more people, 10,000 people. You know, it's similar. It's an art, and you're creating art the same as a painter does, or a singer or a songwriter does. Trying to catch on somewhere, and you've got to keep doing different things and putting your stuff out in as many places as possible so that people will notice your art and your music and your live videos. And the fact that you think that Twitch is like, this is the thing this is the thing that I don't get about content creation. We talk about Facebook and we talk about YouTube, and people go, oh, I don't like Facebook because of blah, 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 and I don't like YouTube because of blah, 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 and everyone thinks that Twitch is the be-all and end-all of everything live streaming. But if you can't crack Twitch because there's too many people there, then you're just going to stream to nobody anyway. Like, if you want to make it and be successful, have your shit everywhere or elsewhere, or at least in 2 other targeted places, and try and make something unique and try these other places out and grow with those other platforms. That's why I've always been a proponent of it. Not because I think that Facebook's a better, or YouTube even, is a better live streaming platform than Twitch. It just gives you a better chance to succeed. Because I know how hard Twitch is, because it's been here for so long. But people will live and die by Twitch all the time, and you're doing yourself a disservice sometimes. This is not everybody. This doesn't apply to everybody. But you're doing yourself a disservice if you're just like, no, I think Twitch is the best platform, so it's the only place I'm going to stream because I want to be ninja. That ship has sailed. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll get into this next point about that you're very excited to talk about. There's other places out there to try and grow audiences on smaller platforms, you know, and platforms that have other things involved in that platform and other features that I would be getting on, rather than trying to just die a lonely, slow death on Twitch. And quit because you think you can't make it. Look, you're not giving yourself a good enough chance.
No, you're really not. And like, look, I've done it before too. Like, I've been in a situation where I have like only concentrated on Twitch, and you suffer for it. You definitely do. So yeah, expand your horizons. We say it every fucking week. Like, don't just do one thing. Do more things. Don't be stupid. Don't be shit. And don't post your fucking rubbish to. It's fucking Reddit. It's, you know, like, mate, just calm down. Yeah, you don't need to post your shit everywhere, especially personal shit like that, because if anything, that's just going to make all your people who support you, the 2 people, the 3 people who show up at all, be like, well, fuck him then, you know. Like, that's one thing I've learned from streaming is the minute you talk about how much shit sucks in your life is the minute everyone gets real mad with you. So just don't fucking do it. You're a robot now. That's your job. You have no soul anymore. You're a Twitch streamer. You're not allowed to talk about your fucking problems on the internet because people will burn you for it, right? Even from the concept, I know I'm being facetious here, but even from the concept of like sponsorships and marketing and trying to fucking endear yourselves to, businesses. You don't want some selfie fucking like sad boy sitting there fucking, like, 'cause we're lost in all, nothing lasts forever. You don't want that shit on your feed if you're there as like, a computer company or some shit. You don't want that shit, You want someone who's going to be like, hey guys, imagine coming to my stream. You know how fucking big your penis gets when you watch my stream? It's huge. And that's thanks to my sponsor, Manscaped, because I get to trim down them pubes and make my shaft look massive. Like, that's what you want. You want to be able to provide that kind of shit to them, Like that's what they're asking for. They don't want to see you being a sad boy on the internet. So, I just think that everything about that post is wrong. Everything about that post is wrong. But what is right about posts, holy shit, is that Instagram is allowing us now the ability to, from OBS, stream to Instagram Live. Now, let me just say, fuck TikTok, because TikTok, they're not giving us that ability. There is like a handful of people who are allowed to do it, and they're holding the stream key for everyone else. They're making it a really, really exclusive club. Now, the really cool thing about Instagram is it's one of the biggest distributors as far as like sponsorships and ways to monetize your content out of every other platform, right? Like Twitch has like your subscribers, and your YouTube stuff has now got that too, and your bits and your stars from Facebook and all this other bullshit. But nowhere else can you go with a tick to your name to any company. If you've got a tick on Instagram, you can literally inbox them and say, hey, send me free shit. I saw Max Mofo do that on Cold Ones pretty recently. The messages that they sent to some of these businesses were atrocious. They're like, oh man, give me free things, please. And that was literally it. That was literally it. And then boxes of stuff came. So if you actually use that and in a way to monetize your content by having a real fucking discussion with places, you will pick up so much sponsor stuff here. That's the real benefit here when it comes to the Instagram Live thing. Now, obviously, if you've got a big following on Instagram, even better, because I could stream for an hour on Instagram. I've got like a small to middling following on Instagram. It's not bad, but every 100 people easily, 150 people, 100, 200 people react anytime I post a story, right? There's always reactions there. When it comes to my posts, they always have, about 60, maybe 50 likes on them. There's always comments and shit, and they're not bots. So it's not bad. So feasibly, if I did an hour on Instagram and then said, right, guys, we're about to go over to Twitch. Make sure you put down in your fucking, on your Internet Explorer right now, your Microsoft Edge, your fucking, all of this stuff here right now. Make sure you put in twitch.tv/The Warship, and we'll see you there in about fucking 5 minutes. And then you go bang, bang, open it up there, and all of a sudden, maybe you start to bring some people over. And even if you don't, maybe you start to get more of a following on Instagram, and then those numbers, all of a sudden, all the shit we said before about Instagram, a post on Instagram not really being that important, it's gone. Because now you can post like proper fucking like streams there. You can post proper video content for people to see what you do on the platform directly to them. And then you can give them away to go into your main source. So your Instagram, from your Instagram into your YouTube, or into your Twitch, or into your Facebook gaming, or into your Trovo. Like, you will have the facility to essentially link all of this shit together. So for me, this is a huge win. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that it's really, really, really cool that they're doing it, because... And I'm actually surprised that it's taken this long, given that it's basically Facebook, and they're the same company, and Facebook's been doing live streaming through stream keys forever. Well, not forever, but like, a few years. Yeah. So I'm surprised it's actually taken them this long to integrate that into the Instagram Live platform so that you can actually use the stream key to go live, which means you can use your OBS and and do all this cool stuff on Instagram.
Oh yeah, we didn't explain that. Probably should have said that beforehand. Like, for people who aren't streamers necessarily, that the whole idea of it is that you could take literally this screen that you guys are seeing right now on the Goa page. Yeah. You could put that directly to Instagram. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and so that things like this, like imagine like Streamaholics or any of our other podcasts here on Go, or shows like that. Things like that would be really, I think, interesting on Instagram, because I think people. I feel like a talk show would be more inclined to do really well on an Instagram live than, say, like people actually playing video games.
Yeah,
and they've made it so that it's it supports or I don't know if it only has it or it just supports it, but the vertical layout for your videos. So flip us upside down or flip us sideways, and because that's how it's viewed on Instagram. And I've seen people do that on Facebook. I'm not sure about YouTube, but Facebook, there's often creators, especially like mobile streamers and people from overseas, Asia. A lot of Asian streamers on Facebook do it with a vertical layout, so they'll have the camera up the top or the bottom, and the gameplay is sort of more narrower. And I don't particularly like watching it that way, but
no.
And it'd be weird for this show. One of us would probably have to be at the top or at the bottom, but to fit so that it fills the screen. Yeah, and the reason why they do it on Facebook and Instagram would probably be the same is because it supports that better, that sort of vertical view.
Yeah.
When you're scrolling on your Facebook,
well, you don't scroll like this, do you? You don't go.
Yeah, that's right. And so Instagram's the same. So supporting vertical means that you're on the screen for longer.
Yeah.
And when people scroll past you, so that's handy for the Instagram. But yeah, I reckon it'd be interesting to see people that. There's a lot of gamers out there that, they do okay on Twitch, but they've got really, really good at posting Instagram content. So they've got a really good Instagram following.
Yeah.
Like, this could be a chance. I don't know where this is headed in the future, but to really dedicate yourself to some form of consistent live content on Instagram, still do your Twitch or your YouTube or whatever else you're doing, but to try and target, for 3 months I'm going to do X amount on Instagram. It's going to be lead-ins to live videos elsewhere, or maybe you just do some Instagram lives, and maybe you're just talking to fans about a topic on your own. Like, doesn't even have to be a talk show with somebody else, but in the gaming sort of genre. Or you could I'd be interested to see people post their actual gameplay live streams where they're actually playing games, and see how that goes too. It's interesting. It's like conversely to what we just heard about the Twitch thing and Reddit and that person, this is the type of thing where I'll be like, I'm going to get, people are going to jump on it and start using it, but people will try it and fall away as well.
Yeah.
And you never know where that sort of technology or where that platform is going to go with its live content.
Yeah.
Like Instagram could be a huge live player in the next couple of years. And if you get in now and start consistently trying to grow on there, then you never know what can happen. And that's where you could be, one of the first creators that was on Instagram when they started doing live streams in 5 years' time, with a huge following on Instagram Live,
Yep, absolutely. This is the time to do it. Like, you should be firing on all cylinders from here, which is why I think, look, I literally found out about this today, so I think that we will probably from next week be doing like an hour on Instagram before anywhere else, because it seems to make the most sense. And if you're not doing it, maybe think about it, maybe think about it, because it could be the big change, it really is.
I'm keen to see it. I'm keen to see it too, if you do try that, to see how that works. But I'd be interested to see who doubles down on that now. And even, who knows how it'll go for the first few months, but if you consistently do it and people know, and Instagram's different too. Maybe you'll get pushed, maybe the live content, because they're trying to move into that area. Maybe that's going to get prioritized over other content when people visit.
Yeah, I mean, for me, for Reels, I cop it heaps on Reels. I got really good with... really good. I got real good when it comes to the Reels, because, we get like a couple of thousand most Reels that I post. So it's viewership-wise, it seems to be a lot better for me than TikTok. It seems to be a lot better for me than Hover, which... fuck it. Honestly, it seems to be a really good way to get exposed. Exposure.
Yeah.
Either way, but it seems to be a real good one for it. So yeah, again, recommend it absolutely. We are running pretty low today on time. I did a big rant before. I know. I apologize, but
we did that little before the show. So
yep.
For those of you listening on audio, live on Twitch on twitch.tv/GameOnOz AUS. We did a little 10-minute sort of hangout with the chat first before we went live. So if you're listening to this on audio, maybe on Friday nights, check us out on Twitch. Yeah, and if you want to, I mean, you can see us. We're pretty all right. I'm not going to toot our own horns, but fairly fucking handsome. All right, fairly fucking handsome. Okay, but yeah, no. So I was just looking at that, thinking, because we are really trying to get ourselves down to a good 50-minute sort of podcast here, just for the sake of being able to leave it consistent and kind of give you guys good news and a source of information that you can actually rely on, rather than just here talking shit for the entire time, which is something that we have done a lot of in the past. So that's what people rock up for. So the shit talk, mate.
That's the content. The absolute content. But yeah, no, I can't think of anything about this that would be a negative when it comes to the Instagram thing. What's it going to do? If you don't use Instagram that much, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if it tanks? Who care? Do I care if I get fucking 10 people on my Instagram story? No, I don't care, because it's continual content. So I don't even know how it's going to work yet, whether it will save the VODs or whether it will just disappear. If it doesn't save the VODs, I'll record them and I'll re-upload them as reels, so there's no negative to even just trying it out for a little bit. And worst case scenario, upload them to YouTube. Upload them anywhere else. Yeah. If you can't make it work, do it somewhere else. React to it. Do a Twitch stream. There are so many options when you have more content in the world. The more content that you have at your disposal, the more you can do with it. Otherwise, you're just not doing anything in your off time. And for me, off time is such a fucking resource right now. I have none of it, right? So anytime that I can add content to that wheel without causing a massive disruption in my off time, it's a good thing. Even if it's a little bit of extra content every week, as opposed to there not being that content, I'll always take the opportunity to make content for it. So yeah, I definitely think you should be getting on top of that for sure. Now, real quickly as well, because we did kind of say we'll do a couple of conversations here, but we have got a little bit longer. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you on this Twitch payout threshold reduction thing. So you were talking about this in our chat before the stream started. You want to elaborate on that for me so that I can kind of have a bit of a think and a conversation with you?
There was just a few different features from a few different platforms, and that was the Twitch one this week. That the Twitch is adjusting their payout threshold from, I think it's $100 down to $50. I haven't got the story open here.
Yeah, wow.
So I think the way I understand it, at the end of the month, if you've got $100 in your Twitch account, you get paid out. If not, you have to wait till next month.
Yep, that's correct.
It's been down to $50. So.
Well, there are a lot of friends, a lot of creative friends that I have who constantly take a considerable amount of time before they have built up enough money in that reserve to actually get the payout. So I think that will help a lot of creators, especially in the early days when they're first starting, to get themselves a little bit of money and to kind of understand what you can do here on the platform. The potential to earn money, the potential to create a new life for yourself, all that kind of stuff. Because so many people get on here and they're like, oh, it's been 6 months and I finally got my first payout. So yeah, I very much so think that that's going to be real positive, real positive for everyone. So yeah, good on them.
It's another one of those things where I'm not sure what the payout. I'm not sure if the payout's $50 or $100 on Facebook, but they've recently brought their payout window down to 21 days. So the other platforms are already moving on, and we already know that the cuts that other platforms take are less than Twitch. So it's one of those small steps in the direction of bringing themselves more in line with some of the other platforms that are offering better sort of payout and payment options or ability, which is good for Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, the small creators are going to love it because they get their money a little bit quicker.
Very, very cool. Speaking really quickly on Twitch features and everything like that, it does appear that thing we reported a couple of weeks ago has now been put into full effect. So that is the shared ban system is now fully live for everybody. So if you so how it works, the way that it works, now that I've actually seen it in working order, how it works is say someone goes into Witwit's channel and they're a real just racist piece of shit. They're a real bigot, they're just real horrible in general. They come in there and they say just some bad stuff. So what'll happen is that Whit'll ban them because he ain't got no time for that shit.
Absolutely. And
then they come to my stream. But now what it actually says is now when they first post, it'll say shared ban with Whitwit. So it'll actually tell you based on your friends and your followers, like your community around you, it'll say that this channel has banned them and this channel, so be careful, be a little bit aware of it. So you can actually live delegate whether or not you're just going to straight up ban a person or not. Even you could call them out. I know, for example, if Wit was watching my stream and someone came in with that exact thing, I'd be like, "Oi, Wit, you banned this person from your stream. Are they a piece of shit or not?" And then we'd be like, "Yeah, ban them." And then they're done. In fact, he's a mod on my channel, so he could just ban them for me, and that'd be the end of the conversation. So yeah, I think that's another big win. It's been a week of wins for Twitch. Like, it really has.
Does it literally, like, is it anyone that you follow, like, say you're streaming, right, and someone comes into your chat, does it literally notify you of everybody that you follow?
No, so it's a trusted accounts system. So you go into your settings and you add people's accounts, like you add channels that are trusted. So you say, all right, so I'll add the problem areas, like this stream, because I know they play Jackbox a lot, and I know they get a lot of fuckheads in, or this one, because they play Minecraft or Fortnite, games that I currently play, and they get the same kind of trolls because it's the same community. So I'll just make sure to put those in that list. Keep an eye on them, and then as soon as they come in, they're flagged. My mods can deal with it, my mods can see it, and we can make the assessment from there. Yeah. So yeah, that is real cool, like real good.
That makes a lot more sense, and it's a bit better because I was just thinking, like, if it was the way that I was thinking, like literally everyone in chat now, I know you've all been banned from somewhere, somewhere that I follow. And it would have been appearing, and that's gonna congest the chat that I'm looking at. Like, you're banned from here, you're banned from these other 7 places. Like, I thought it was gonna get real convoluted. So
and just imagine too, like all the people, like, because every time someone comes in and I'm like, "Oh, guys, get around Lukey, go on, give him a follow," and then you guys go and give him a follow, and then all of a sudden you're following 4,000 people, and then you have your own stream, and there's 4,000 people's worth of, "Oh no, this person's been banned from here." You'd only ever see that come up in the stream. So it definitely has to be set up in a certain way that makes it work. So I'm real glad to see that. Like I said, it's been a week of wins, like an absolute week of wins for Twitch. We really need a scoreboard for this shit, I think. Like, because I've got nothing to report on Facebook. I've got nothing to really report on YouTube either.
I got a YouTube one. There's nothing from Facebook. YouTube. So we talked about how Facebook are now making it so that your clips can be turned automatically in their creation studio into a reel and posted. YouTube's now dropped the same feature for their shorts, so clips on YouTube can now automatically through the Creator Studio be turned into shorts. And what that means, for the shorts on YouTube and the reels on Facebook, if you weren't listening the other week, it means that in the Creation Studio, you can take your clip, you can resize it, and you can actually crop out your camera and put it where you want on the reel, because obviously the reels and shorts are vertical. Like a TikTok, so you can literally within the Creator Studio on those platforms now create your reel / shorts now on YouTube. Yeah, wow, that's good. That's real good. Honestly, give them a tick as well. They've had a good week too. They got a point too. Twitch got like 5 points today, but let's give them a point. Give them YouTube a point as well. Go and do it. We need an intern or someone I can yell at so
so they can do it for us. I need a whiteboard. I need a whiteboard and I need a wheel. Those are 2 investments I need right now.
Mate,
like,
I can just see it now. Like a shippy whiteboard in the background while he's streaming would just get used like
oh my
all the time.
god, I draw dicks on there.
yeah. All the stuff that's on Shippy's mind all the time would just be flying up on that whiteboard.
Yep. It's funny how you said that and I said dicks. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine the wheel though. The wheel has to be like a full like these ones, like a full like captain's like pirate wheel. Surely I have to spin one of them wheels, right?
Yes. So yeah, I thought you meant like for spinning, like for.
Oh yeah. But like, you put some shit on those. Absolutely, you put them on there and you spin that. No, you have to. You have to.
You just have to have like a. I want to see. I want you to have like one of those big ass pirate wooden. You know, the old.
Just as I'm streaming, like my heart is.
Just have it on the front of your desk all the time.
Oh my god!
And just be nonchalantly like while you're talking about other shit. Just be like. As if you're steering the ship somewhere, like all the time, and don't even mention it though. Don't even talk about the wheel. Just be doing it. Yeah,
doing the same backwards caps and fucking like stealing. Like what? I don't know who this is.
Yep.
Whoever this is. They're just wearing the same shit as normal, just being me, but in a full like just a pirate wheel's just there randomly. Yeah, excellent, great. I've actually got a treasure chest over here now as well, which you can kind of see there in the corner. Which we're gonna have.
I'm in the way this time.
A little bit. We got doubloons going in there soon, and they're going to be part of like a nice little incentive thing on Twitch. So yeah, this is the thing too. Always evolve. Always think of new shit. Try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Who cares, right? Like, and that's kind of what we do with everything here. If it
doesn't work, try again.
Right, legitimately, and that's kind of a really good note for us to leave off on too, because like so many people, they look at Twitch and they expect everything. They expect the world. They expect to be handed everything. They say, well, how come not for me, when they don't get it, and then they leave. But you're never going to know how far you can go unless you actually push yourself into these new things. So do one thing this week before next week. Do one thing you don't fucking do normally, you know, whether it's post. Look, they say that 3 TikToks a day is the standard you should hold. Do that for a week. Post on Instagram. Do that for a week. You know, maybe go live over there for a bit. You know what I mean? Like, just do something that isn't your normal. Play a different fucking game. Just do something that is not your normal for this week. That's my personal thing. Do you have any advice for the people at home there, Lukey?
My advice is if you're thinking about taking up streaming, or you know, this shit gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
This shit gonna be hard, and you need to realize that before you start. And that's the sort of advice sort of like giving out. And it's kind of the whole point behind Streamaholics in the first place. So I wanted a place for people where people could go, or streamers could go, content creators can go to talk about their experience as a streamer and how hard it is and how we're all going through all this, and you know, to all get around each other. And this wouldn't be like a, you know, everyone's producing good shit. This is just like a venting thing for like, man, this shit's fucking hard.
Yeah.
You know, and making sure that we all realize that you've got to do the things like what Shibi just said, to be doing the other things, to be constantly trying to evolve.
Yep.
And to constantly trying to constantly asking yourself the question, how are people going to find me, and why would people want to watch me? Like, over everybody else.
Yeah. What have I done this week?
Yeah. If you're doing the same things everyone else is doing, then, you know, 9 million people are doing that. Like, do something unique and try to stand out.
Yep. Exactly right. Now, speaking
of...
It's going to be hard. Real hard. Speaking of standing out, though, Loki, where do they find you if they're looking for you on the internet? Have you found a place yet?
Yeah, and then it comes to me, right? And where I am, I'm literally nowhere. Streamaholics is where you're going to find my ass every Friday night.
Good.
That's all the content I produce right now. But, you know, Shippy knows about it. There's other shit going on in the backgrounds that I'm waiting on at the moment. It's taking forever. So I will be having content out. And a little teaser, you won't see this. You won't see Lukey out there.
Yeah.
There's going to be something else going on. If you know my past, you'll probably know what's up. But yeah, so but if you want to find me, literally just find me on Twitter, probably Lukey Bangers with a Z. That's the best place. Shippy, what about you, mate? Where can we see the warship?
Everywhere. All right, I everywhere, whether it's every single platform that you can think of. If you look up the Warship, chances are you'll find it. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Twitter. No, that's wrong. It's still _Warship on Twitter. But yeah, even Facebook, you'll find me there at the Warship too. So I am everywhere. Don't forget to check the YouTube if you haven't already, because yeah, I am very invested in creating content across the board because I would like to make this shit work. And yeah, like if you want to as well, you should be doing the same thing. And that is, I think that's going to be it for this week there, guys. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for being here.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. Have you clicked the subscribe button yet? Have you given us a thumbs up and maybe commented on the video too? Have you done that yet? Have you done it? Oh, cheers. Oh, cheers. Thanks.